Hello and welcome. You know, we buy things every single day without even thinking about it. But behind every one of those products, there's a hidden journey. Today, we're going to follow that journey and uncover the surprisingly complex system that gets something from a factory all the way into your hands.
So, just think about it. The last time you popped into your local shop, maybe you grabbed something simple like a packet of your favorite biscuits. But did you ever stop and wonder, how did that one packet get to that one shelf in that one shop? Where did its journey really start?
Well, every product's journey begins in the exact same place, with its maker. And in the business world, we call this maker the manufacturer. They are the first absolutely crucial link in the chain.
So, what exactly is a manufacturer? It's really simple. A manufacturer is just a company that makes things. They take all the raw materials, stuff like flour and sugar, and they use their factories and their machines to turn them into finished products, like the biscuits we're following today.
The manufacturer's job really boils down to three main steps. First, they have to buy all the ingredients. Second, they make thousands upon thousands of biscuits. But it's this third step that's so important for our story. They sell these biscuits, but only in massive bulk quantities.
And when I say massive, I mean it. A single factory might churn out 500,000 packets of biscuits every single day. Now, your small local shop, they can't possibly buy 500,000 packets, can they? Of course not. This creates a huge problem. So how does the product get from this giant factory to that tiny shop?
To solve this problem, the whole system needs a really critical link, an important middle person. And this link is called the wholesaler. A wholesaler basically acts as a bridge. They connect the huge manufacturer to all the small local shops. Now, they don't make anything themselves. Instead, their entire job is to buy products in enormous quantities from the manufacturer so they can then sell them in much smaller batches to local stores. So how do they pull it off? It's a pretty neat three-step process. First, they buy big. They'll purchase a massive quantity, maybe 100,000 packets, right from the manufacturer. Second, they store everything in a giant warehouse. And third, they sell small, breaking that huge order down into smaller amounts of, say, 100 or 200 packets for lots of different local shops. Let's just put them side by side for a second to see how different their jobs really are. The manufacturer, they make the product. The wholesaler, nope, they don't make a thing. The manufacturer sells in huge amounts to just a few buyers, while the wholesaler buys in those huge amounts but then sells in smaller batches to hundreds or even thousands of shops.
Okay, so we've met our main players now, the manufacturer and the wholesaler. So let's put all the pieces together and follow the complete journey of our packet of biscuits right from the very beginning to the very end.
Here it is. This is the entire chain, a simple four-step journey. It starts at the factory with the manufacturer. Then the biscuits travel to the wholesaler's warehouse. From there, they go to your local shop, which, by the way, we call a retailer. And finally, the journey ends with you, the customer. Every single link in this chain is essential. You know, that connection between the factory and the wholesaler, it actually has a special name. It's called B2B, or business to business. It literally just means one business is selling to another business. And that final step, when the shop sells to you, that's called B2C, business to consumer. But why does any of this actually matter? I mean, why is this system of manufacturers and wholesalers so important in your daily life? Well, it turns out this invisible system helps you in more ways than you might think. Let's break it down. For starters, this whole system is why you can go to a shop and buy just one thing, not a whole truckload. It allows your local shop to sell hundreds of different items from hundreds of different manufacturers. It's also how products can reach you, even if you live in a really small or remote town. And, maybe best of all, because this system is so efficient, it helps keep prices low for you, the customer. So if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this core idea. This entire system exists to get products from one big factory to many small shops so they can ultimately reach millions of people just like you. And I'll leave you with a final thought to chew on. What would happen if there were no wholesalers? Just gone. How would your local shop get its products? How would you get your biscuits? Thinking about that really shows you just how important every single link in this hidden chain truly is. Thanks for watching.